Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive all about London, Ontario's Old South neighborhood.
Yeah,
It's created just for you.
absolutely.
We're from Forest Hill Real Estate's Distinction Branch
Right here in London.
here in London. And whether you're thinking about buying or selling or even investing, we're here to give you the inside scoop on what makes Old South so special.
It's a great area.
And if you're looking for more in-depth info or expert advice,
You got it.
swing by our website at www.foresthilldistinction.com.
That's right.
So,
Old South
yeah.
has this undeniable charm that's just rooted in its history. It was developed way back in the mid-1800s and officially became part of London in 1890.
Oh, wow.
So you get this really cool blend of historical character
I like it.
and in modern-day living.
So when you say historical character, what kind of homes are we talking about?
Well, you'll find everything from those cute classic cottages
All right.
to larger, grander single-family homes. What's interesting is the variety, different architectural styles from over the past century, so there's something for everyone's taste.
I love it. And of course, we can't talk about Old South without mentioning Wortley Village, right?
Exactly. Wortley Village is vibrant, it's full of life. You got those unique shops and restaurants that you just won't find anywhere else. It's a great place to spend an afternoon exploring.
And for those who love a good book or just want to soak up the local scene, the
Absolutely.
Landon Branch Library is right there in the village.
It is. And speaking of history, just behind the old normal school, you'll find Green Park. This school actually dates back to the 1800s
Wow.
and was used to train teachers. Now it's run by the YMCA
Oh, cool.
and hosts all sorts of community programs.
That's so cool. So you've got this blend of history and modern activity all in one spot.
You do.
And speaking of activity,
Yeah,
Old South seems to be a haven for green spaces.
absolutely. Aside from Green Park, you've got a bunch of smaller parks scattered throughout Belvedere, Duchess Avenue, Dunkirk Place, Rosal, and Gartshore, to name a few. They're perfect for a quick walk or just a little escape from the hustle and bustle.
Yeah, but when it comes to parks, the crown jewel has to be Thames Park, wouldn't you say?
Oh, for sure. It really is. And it's not just about open space. Thames Park has tennis courts, an outdoor pool, even a community garden. You can easily spend a whole day there. And if you're feeling adventurous, it connects right to the Thames Valley Parkway.
And for those who prefer indoor activities,
Sure.
there's the Farquharson Arena,
Yep. 2 ice beds.
perfect for hockey lovers.
Or anyone who enjoys a good skate.
Or anyone who enjoys a good skate. Now, if you're thinking about schools, Old South has a great selection, especially for families with younger kids.
They do.
Let's hear it. Which schools are we talking about?
Well, for elementary schools, you've got Victoria Wortley Road, St. Martin Mountsfield, Holy Rosary Catholic School, and Tecumseh. And for high schoolers, there's London South Collegiate Institute and Catholic Central Secondary School. Solid options for a good educational foundation.
It sounds like a very family-friendly area, and all this is just scratching the surface of what Old South has to offer, right?
Right. There's a strong sense of community here that really sets it apart. For instance, the Old South Community Organization, or OSCO, as the locals call it,
Go.
has been advocating for residents since 1975.
Wow, that's a long time. What kind of things does OSCO do?
Oh, they do so much to maintain the quality of life that makes Old South special. They run initiatives like Adopt a Park and even have block party in a box kits to help neighbors connect. They're all about fostering that close-knit feeling.
It's amazing how they've managed to keep that community spirit alive, especially in a neighborhood with around 33,000 people. That's a pretty decent-sized population.
It is, and you can feel that sense of community in the local businesses, too. There's a thriving business association, which tells you a lot about the area's vibrancy and how much local businesses invest in making Old South a great place to live.
That makes sense, especially considering the average household income in Old South is around $92,000. That seems to indicate a good level of economic stability.
Absolutely. That's a factor a lot of home buyers consider, and it contributes to the desirability of the area. So if we're painting a picture for you, imagine looking for a neighborhood where you can walk to grab a coffee, explore unique shops, and enjoy a nice meal. Old South offers that.
You know, all this talk about history and community is great, but I'm sure some listeners are wondering about the real estate side of things.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the market in Old South?
Well, as with any real estate market, things can fluctuate, but in general, Old South is known for being stable.
Okay.
It's close to downtown London, the University of Western Ontario, and several hospitals, which makes it attractive to a lot of different buyers.
That proximity to key places definitely adds to its appeal. So if someone is seriously considering buying or selling in Old South, it's crucial to get up-to-date information from a local expert.
Couldn't agree more. It's always best to have the most current information when making such a significant decision.
It's interesting, you mentioned earlier that Old South was developed in the mid-1800s. It's amazing to think that even though it's a historic neighborhood, it's still evolving.
Absolutely. There's this energy in Old South. New businesses are popping up. Community events are happening all the time. It's a place where you feel that blend of history and progress.
And that's what makes it so special.
Mm.
It's not frozen in time. It's embracing its past while looking towards the future. It's that unique combination that makes people want to live here.
It's true. And for those considering real estate investment, Old South has consistently proven to be a smart choice. It's a desirable area with limited inventory and steady demand. Those factors contribute to its appeal for both homeowners and investors alike.
So to wrap things up, what would you say are the key takeaways about Old South for our listener?
Well, we've covered a lot. We've talked about its historical charm, the diverse housing options, the lively atmosphere of Wortley Village, all those green spaces, and of course, the strong focus on community and education.
It's a pretty attractive package, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Old South offers a unique blend of qualities that appeal to a wide range of people. It's a place where you can feel connected to the past while enjoying the benefits of a modern lifestyle.
And that connection to the past is really evident everywhere you look in Old South. From the beautifully preserved architecture to the stories you hear from longtime residents, you get a sense that the history here is alive and well.
I completely agree. It's not just a place to live, it's a community where people put down roots and often stay for generations. That says a lot about the quality of life and sense of belonging you find here.
And, for those just starting to explore the idea of buying, selling, or investing in Old South, what would you recommend as a next step? So if someone's intrigued by what they've heard today and wants to experience Old South firsthand, what would you suggest?
I'd say take a stroll through Wortley Village, maybe grab a coffee or browse the shops,
Yeah,
visit Thames Park, enjoy the scenery, and maybe even chat with some of the locals.
I like it.
You'll get a feel for the neighborhood's vibe.
That's a great idea. Getting a feel for a place firsthand is so important. And of course, for those who want expert guidance on navigating the real estate market in Old South, they can always reach out to us at Forest Hill Real Estate's Distinction Branch.
Exactly. We're passionate about helping people find their perfect place in London, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. We're here to provide personalized support and advice every step of the way.
And listeners can find you online at www.foresthilldistinction.com, right?
That's right. We're always happy to chat and answer any questions.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Old South,